Talent Guitar Works. We're 10 days post Milton down here, the hurricane, and we had zero flooding down here. And we also had no wind damage for the shop. I did have to postpone, or the county postponed, my 3 inspections for the shop. They were supposed to happen either the day before or the day of Milton. And I'm going to go to the county and reschedule those tomorrow. Now, they may not happen for another week, and the shop's going to be a little cluttered until they do happen before I can finish covering the walls, push equipment against the walls, and have it out of the way instead of where it's at now, floating, waiting for the inspectors. Now, the inspectors are all out there doing assessments on shops and businesses that were damaged by Hurricane Milton. And to me, it's more important they get that done than come over here and inspect my shop. I could still work out of here. It's not going to hurt me. It's a slight inconvenience. I would rather be slightly inconvenienced myself than have people that were trying to get to a doctor's office or a food store or a car repair parts place, not be able to get there because they're inspecting my shop. It's just the way I am. I can wait, and I can still get work done. Like I said, I have 3 guitars going out tomorrow. This brings up an interesting point. If you are buying used guitars or amplifiers off of Reverb or any of the other sites, eBay, and they're coming out of Southwest Florida, don't be afraid to ask, was this flooded? Was this equipment flooded? Because salt water wreaks havoc on electronics. I had to replace all 3 potentiometers, rewire the guitar. So far, the pickups are fine. They were wax potted, and the switch was fine. The output jack had to be replaced also. I tried to do the deoxit or electrical parts cleaner on it prior to replacing everything, and what I found out was it played okay for a few minutes, and the next day I came out and the crystals had formed again. It was scratchy. So it's better to just eliminate that stuff. Now, I'm not saying you can't come to a bartering point if somebody says, hey, yeah, it was flooded. Adjust the price accordingly. My buddy's shop, Wally's, was not flooded, didn't get any damage. Other shops in the area were flooded. You just have to be careful. So hopefully they're all going to get their stuff taken care of, and they've got their flood insurance, and they'll be back up and running before you know it. We are open now, and we continue to be open. So we're running just a little slower than normal, but like I said, got 3 guitars out last week, and that was in a week where I wasn't repurposing the shop. I did get some stuff in that I did work on in the shop, and one of them were these Kreg levelers for my router table, and I've got a Rockler router table that I like to use big affinity spiral cutting bits, flush trim bits with top and bottom bushings or bearings on them to do some template work for guitar bodies. Now, if you've ever done that and you have the Rockler router plate that I do that has 2 diagonal holes in it to mount it, you know that you're always worried that the vibrations of the table are going to loosen those bolts, and that plate's going to move just a little bit and create a tear out with that router bit, because that's pretty much what happens. You push against it, you release, it pushes back, trying to go back to its spot, and waka, you got a nice chunk out of the side of your guitar body. So I'm going to try these Rockler levelers on that and see how that works. I also picked up a Kreg drill guide, which is titanium line drill guide that I could clamp to my projects, going from, it's the SAE one. It goes from 1/8 of an inch up to 1/2 inch, and I'm looking forward to using that instead of marking, center punching holes on my wood and stuff to get the exact spot. This will make it a little bit quicker if I can clamp it and go, I think. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. So anyway, this is Tom from Talent Guitar Works. We're going to be ramping up again. Hopefully I'll have my inspections in the next few days, and I could start on the other permits, which will be the electrical phase of it and the driveway to the shop and everything else. So remember, only half my ideas are any good. You got to decide which half. Hope you're having a great weekend.